everybody, and welcome back to the 1am podcast. This is the podcast for those that decide to have shitty life decisions and don't sleep in time. For so many fucking reasons. I'm your host, or whatever, Lachlan, or LACH1503. Today I am joined with Daniel, the man that needs to get up at 8 tomorrow, and Josh, who has a nice cock.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
So welcome.
Sup? How we doing?
How are we doing, gamers?
I'm doing lovely.
Very good.
Good start.
I love how we,
Absolutely.
immediately
not
after we
awkward,
started this, we're just dead silent. It's great.
Yeah, because
that's right. It's almost like a real podcast. We don't know what to talk about.
It's like a real podcast, aka like all the other podcasts that people are like, we should start a podcast, and it never actually works.
Yeah. This is probably going to last maybe 6 episodes, and we're just going to forget to do it one week and never do it again.
Or
Yeah,
we just
probably.
I just never fucking do this again because I start actually sleeping well.
Well, you know.
what's
the likelihood
that's
of
gonna
that?
happen?
This whole thing, the whole premise of this show is just like, we upload shit, like, after we record it and just see what our, like, sleep-deprived mind decided to come up with in that period of time.
Yeah. Because the general consensus for today's episode was me and Lachlan were up maybe 2-3 days ago, and we talked for like 5 hours, and we were like, yo, this should be a podcast.
Hell yeah.
So now we're here.
Like, I can barely remember, like, everything we said that night. So, clearly, it's a great premise.
I
just showed up.
Things.
Yeah, and Josh was just there before we started.
I just showed up.
And he's here now, so...
I mean, third opinion's always good, I guess.
I guess so. It's like, think about Trash Taste podcasts. They've got 3 people, and it works well with the 3 of them.
Yeah.
There is a chance, though, that I do make this a live stream, like if you're streaming now.
No, I'm not now.
Okay, because I originally thought like I might make a couple of episodes where I record it.
Yeah.
And depending on how they go, I might move over and like do live streams for the podcast and then upload them later on. Because the format that the podcast is recorded at leads itself kind of well to like a Twitch stream or something. If you got like the chat.
Because if we're like talking about something, we can just like look over and see what people are saying.
Yeah. It could be like a cool interaction thing, but nobody's gonna fucking watch it.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna fucking watch it.
And then everyone watches it.
We somehow become biggest podcast on Twitch. Yeah, 100.
Depending on like what people think about this, I might make it its own channel or some shit because it's got enough like shit that I could make a channel.
Yeah, it's got enough like potential to be.
You just need to not run out of topics.
Well, not only that, but like a whole case of I've got enough assets to make it into a channel.
Yeah.
Like, there's a logo and all that shit that I spent like a couple of hours making the background for it because the program I was using kept fucking crashing.
Oh, very good. We like that.
Like, I would do 3 strokes and it would crash, and I don't know why.
Interesting.
But yeah, it ended up working.
Okay. Well, I suppose is what it is.
It is
Right.
what it is.
So, what have we been doing lately, lads? Should start there. How are we all doing?
Obviously not sleeping.
I can't sleep.
Hence why I'm here.
It's hence why we're on the 1am podcast.
Yeah.
Recorded at 2am.
2 a.m.
So clearly it's already a lie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh man.
What sort of games have we been playing lately? Seeing that flows into our first topic very well.
Fucking Among Us, man.
Mm-hmm.
That game makes me have headaches.
We played with a drunk man tonight. That was fun.
A part of me feels like I should record an episode of that because I just scream the entire time.
It's me just getting screwed over by everyone else.
Yeah, you just yell at other people as loud as you can, and that's content. It's great. I love it.
No, but it's like, in some situations you kind of do need to yell higher than everybody else, or else they're going to be like, well, the imposter is the one that's not the imposter.
Just don't like sit there silent, or you'll get called out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
But anyway, so yeah, games. Josh, what you been playing?
Oh, I've been playing fucking anime waifu game. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's become pretty popular on Twitch these days.
Yeah, the Genshin Impact. It's
Yeah,
fucking amazing. It's my life now.
fair enough. Well, I regrettably inform everyone that I have followed Genshin Impact and also started playing a gacha game, which is what I'm doing right now, Azure Lane.
Oh god.
Looking at it for a while, but I finally jumped in the hole. What about Lachlan? What have you been playing?
Those boat waifus.
Yeah, I gotta get those boat waifus.
What is it? What have I been playing recently besides like Among Us? I've been playing the 3D All Stars that came out for the Switch.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that one.
It's for Mario. I'll send an image in chat.
Oh, those games, the like bundle game thing.
Yeah, the one that's a limited time.
Yeah, that one.
What do
I've
people
seen people
think
play
about that at the moment? What do people think about the whole limited run aspect to it?
I don't know. It's alright.
It's. I
Because
think
like there's
limited...
multiple reasons for it, but do you agree with the idea of it?
Limited physical is fine, but limited digital is such a whack piece of idea.
Yeah, but then again, it kind of like makes it more of like a. No, for example, if they make an N64 online thing, it kind of doesn't make sense selling a N64 game while also having the service.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's a fucking mixed bag for sure.
Like the gacha games me and Josh are playing, it's just a money trap.
Yeah, we're trying to dodge it right now.
Yeah, but you sink
hard.
one lot of one lot into it, and then you never pay another
Yeah.
cent. Well
Yeah,
got
but
much
what I
of it,
meant by
you
that
just
is
keep sinking money.
I mean, it's a money bait. It's trying to bait you into buying something just because you might not get it again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but then again, like limited run games is a thing that's been thriving on that.
In what way?
Well, the same reason. Do you know what limited run games is, by the way?
Well, give me an example, and I might remember.
So limited run games is a publishing website. So what they do is that they will get games that don't generally get a physical release, and they'll make a physical release for it, but for a limited time.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
No, it is, because they get licensing for the by the games, and then they have to like go through the companies to then get the orders in.
Well, there's
So
a reason why they don't have the physical.
Are the games still
for
available
example,
online?
one of the games that they're selling at the moment until they decide to not sell it anymore is Doom 64.
Oh.
So like, that's a Bethesda title.
It's all old
That's
games
such
that you see.
Not necessarily. What was a newer game that they released Hold on.
Because the thing is, if the game's still available online, well then that's basically just a third-party collector's edition, which is fine.
It's solely for collectors. For example, do you guys know what Samurai Jack is?
Oh yeah, I know that.
So that was a game that came out fairly recently, and limited run games is the only way you could get it physically.
Yeah.
So if you wanted like a disc for it, or if you wanted a cartridge, if you play on the Switch, you had to go through limited run.
Uh-huh.
And so like it's the same like the way that they work is that they'll have an open pre-order window. And so people can order from like, let's say a month. And when that month's up, they'll go to like Nintendo, for example, and they will order to the 1000th cartridge. And then they'll ship out to everybody who pre-ordered it after like 2 or 3 months. And then they'll just sell the rest.
Yeah.
And then they never print it again.
Okay, but can you still buy it online?
You can still buy it online.
Well, then that's not dodgy.
Yeah,
but they can't control it as much as what Nintendo does. But for example, if any of these games stop being sold on like the eShop, there's no way of getting them again.
Yeah.
So having these physical releases are like, it's kind of a good thing.
I guess.
Well, so for example, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a game that was digital only and then was taken off the eShop, and you couldn't get it like ever.
Yeah, that's scummy. That's bad.
But it was a case where like the licensing ran out for it.
Okay.
So they couldn't legally sell it anymore.
So okay, that's different. That's yeah.
But if you had a physical release, people could still play it.
Yeah. Wait, so the people that bought it on the e-store still couldn't play it?
No, they could, but it was a case of like nobody else could play it afterwards.
Oh, so like, for example, if any of you played Flappy Bird, if you downloaded Flappy Bird, you could still play
actually,
it.
I haven't. Tell me about that. What is that?
What is Flappy Bird for the audience that does not know?
The bloody little weird fish bird that'll smack into bloody pipes and shit.
It may have been it's a small indie game. You may not have heard of it back in what was that? 2010, 2012?
It might not have been taken down by Nintendo.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like Flappy Bird.
I love that fucking analogy.
It got like it just got deleted off the bloody App Store.
Yeah.
But if you had it, you could still play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like Flappy Bird.
But yeah, so
a more modern example is what Apple's doing with Fortnite. Anyone who has it downloaded can still use it, albeit only without updates from Epic, but they can still use it.
So there's like no point in sort of still hanging on to it.
Dude, quickly diverging to that, people are selling phones with Fortnite installed on them for like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Why are they selling them? Because like some places that's eBay. Like against their policy.
eBay.
Well, it's against eBay's policy to do that because they tried to do that with Flappy Bird and they were like, "No, you can't fucking do this here."
eBay doesn't have Flappy Bird. Policy. What are you talking about? Yeah. iPhone 11, Fortnite installed, $2,500.
It might not be for the Apple thing. It might be for that limited skin that was with it.
It's only been started happening very soon.
It was like a Galaxy.
For a skin, you just sell your account. You wouldn't sell the whole phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Nintendo being sketchy.
I don't think it's that sketchy. Like the idea of not selling it like digitally for like as long is kind of scummy.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how long it's there. If it's up for like 6 months, then that's okay. But if
it's up for 6 months,
well, then I guess that's like better than nothing because it's still a window of time for people to decide whether they want to buy it or not.
It's the same time that they're going to be printing out physical copies.
Yeah, I don't know. But if it was only up for like a week or like a weekend, that's insane.
Yeah. No, but I think they did that though with like the 25th anniversary for Zelda.
What? Only had it up for a week?
They had it like, from my memory of things, they had like a Nintendo 3DS game that was only on the digital eShop, and it was a remaster of a GameCube game, Four Swords, I think. And they released it for a short period of time, and then they just never released it again, and it was solely for the 25th anniversary.
I don't remember anything about that.
Well, I didn't either until I found a video on it, and then I looked on my Nintendo 3DS, and it was just there.
Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. But transitioning nicely into our first topic actually is Microsoft Bethesda. What do we think about Microsoft Bethesda?
It's gonna be fucking great.
It's the fan fiction we wanted.
It really is.
It's a fan fiction we were writing about.
Yeah.
Because what does Bethesda not have that Microsoft does have? Go. Give me a list.
Working games.
Okay. Timely production. Consistent support for their games. Standards.
But
Protesting?
Is that the big four?
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, what is this? What do we think this means for Bethesda as a whole? Now, when we say Bethesda, for all the people at home, we do know Bethesda is owned by like a bigger company which has a whole bunch of smaller studios. Bethesda is the main one, which we're just encompassing everything up with. It's the same thing. Yeah, they're owned by a big one. Like not a massive.
Are you calling id a small studio?
I meant what? No, so I'm. You know what I mean. It's the same way Respawn is massive, but EA is bigger, so it's a small one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bethesda is owned by a bigger one, which owns a whole bunch of like sister studios, but everything's Bethesda and they're the same thing. Who cares? I'm probably gonna get hate for that, but that's fine. So what do we think that those games are gonna end up materializing to be? So let's take the new Elder Scrolls, for example. How much better and or worse is that going to be because Microsoft is now involved? Knowing that game is like almost finished, what do you think that they can add in right now just by their presence that's going to make it better?
I think that there'll be like less bugs at launch. I don't think Xbox will take like a Fallout 76, for example.
Yes. That is the big one. The big one is Bethesda is no longer allowed to just half-ass their games.
They could delay extra polish that shit. Yeah. That's probably what you said anyway.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree. I mean, delaying's different to making it less shit.
Like, id Software delayed Doom Eternal to make it better.
And that game is good.
Oh, it's so good.
Isn't there DLC coming out?
Yeah, I think there is kind of soon, actually.
The like weird god one?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is, but I know it's soon.
Well, buying Bethesda as a whole is going to help them in the console war, maybe.
But then again, they don't seem to hold on to a lot of their exclusives.
Well, if they do decide to do exclusives, they probably won like half of the people out there.
They'll do time exclusives, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because, for example, Cuphead's on the PS4.
Yeah.
What is?
Cuphead.
Yeah. Cuphead's on the PS4. Something else I think that they're going to do really well is they're going to be able to, like, centralize a lot of their industry, shall you say, in the game making space. Because Microsoft's been, like, good at producing solid things, which means that they're going to be able to give Bethesda a lot of, like, production, like, assistance. Because I don't know what Bethesda's going on, like, inside the company as such, but the fact that there's so many bugs and stuff leads me to believe that either the developers are getting crunched too hard and they're just trying to finish what they can, or they just straight up don't know what to do sometimes.
Do you know the story behind Fallout 76?
No. You told me about it, but go.
So it's a case of like Bethesda gave it to one of their smaller companies.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And told them to make it bigger than Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Like, so already they're fucked.
Yeah, they had less manpower, less experience, and said do 2 times.
16 times the detail.
Oh, yeah. 16 times the detail on NASA's supercomputer.
And then they were just like given the assets from Fallout 4 and was like, have fun, like finish this in a year.
Up-res these to 4K. Just go steal some workshop items. Who cares?
we just announced this at E3. Now you better make this good.
Yep. We did the hard work selling it. You better make the game.
I expect this by tomorrow.
Yes.
No, Jesus Christ. I would fucking hate to be in that situation.
The CEO said, "Don't worry, Todd Howard's got it covered. You just say it."
And then Todd Howard like goes on stage and was like, "Yeah, I was on the chess club."
Yeah, I was in the chess club.
Something I think would be better is Bethesda's interaction with the community.
Yeah, because that was a big thing with F76, the like whole bag debacle.
Like Microsoft might like help them do that better.
Again, going back to Microsoft having standards.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Bethesda don't have standards because they make some really good games.
I think they're just
Yeah.
trying to rush out
But
something
it's-
people wanted, but
Yeah, but
it
it's
wasn't
like
what they wanted.
something within Bethesda is fucked up. It's like not working well, but something within like, for example, id Studios, most of their games are fucking amazing since they were bought by Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like Doom 2016, Wolfenstein, the remake.
Oh, Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
If not
That-
remake, like the reboot, Doom Eternal. Like, I'm pretty sure there's only been one mediocre game they've made.
Oh, there was the what was the latest Wolfenstein with the two women you play?
Yeah, that one was like the one where most people were like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's alright, but it's not that.
Hell yeah, dude. Every
'Cause-
10 seconds.
Not to talk about things that I don't specifically like know the backstory for, but as far as I'm aware, Steam and Valve company hasn't been producing a lot of games for a long time because they pride themselves on letting their creators do passion projects, which means that they don't have any deadlines or any prerogatives to or any motivation to actually do anything.
Yeah, but then again, they've got like a ton of scrap projects.
Half-Life Alex.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like-
saying. They have so many scrapped projects because people that thought they liked the project did them like halfway and then stopped because they didn't like them anymore. I think something similar might be happening with Bethesda.
One
Where
thing that did happen.
they just
wait, no,
don't
sorry.
carry through their deadlines or something. I don't know.
I don't know. One thing that happened, I'm pretty. So, for example, we all know about Hunt Down the Freeman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure the only reason why we got Half-Life Alyx was because Valve had to fix up the image of the Half-Life series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if not, the legacy of Half-Life would have just been Hunt Down the Freeman.
And Black Mesa as well.
Yeah, but like Hunt Down the Freeman had such a huge fucking explosion in the internet scene or the gaming scene because of how shit it was.
Yeah.
But now they fucking meme that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like if you've got the game, the banner art on Steam is just like one of the characters from the game like flipping you off with error signs.
That's just funny.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like because they're using this to be like, oh, I've got experience working for Valve.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with it.
It's interesting to say the least.
Because like I've heard a case where it's if you're going to make a bad drawing, make it so people know it's a bad drawing and not like you didn't half-ass it.
Yeah, make it comedically bad, not like accidentally bad.
And that's not
Yeah.
what Hunt Down the Freeman is.
It's comedically bad. I like that.
It's Hunt Down the
That's fine.
Freeman is they wanted a serious story, but they were poorly managed and they thought they could do it.
I had a
Oh, so
bunch of
he's the
YouTubers
opposite
for
of that,
this.
right? I see.
Yeah, well, like what and having YouTube is like it's a genius idea if you think about it, but then again, it shot them in the foot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Huh.
So any more like things for the Xbox and Bethesda thing before we move on?
Just for Xbox,
Yeah.
what do you think of them delaying the Halo game?
Honestly, if the
Big
game's
boy Halo.
it's better that a game's delayed than it's rushed.
Yeah. For the
That's what I
exact
thought.
same reason, Bethesda will now probably be better making
Because they actually talked to people and stuff, and actually
Yeah.
listened.
Yeah.
There's something else going back to the relation between Valve and Bethesda. The reason that most of Valve's games are allowed to fail is because they're making absolutely dick tons of money
Oh,
on
Yeah.
anything else they're doing. So if Microsoft is able to tank an immediate loss due to delaying a game that is ultimately going to be better and will make them more money, it's such an amazing idea, and I don't know why more people don't do it.
Well, Xbox doesn't get that much income for like most of the from first party.
Well, I meant as like Microsoft as a company.
Yeah, but it's
Because
like
they make-
Xbox itself doesn't have much exclusive, so therefore they don't have much money coming from them.
That's why the Bethesda buying thing is such a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
because
don't
they
think
might
they'll
be able
keep
to.
exclusives.
Yeah,
Well, we don't know. Anything's possible.
Just
it really is.
going from their record, like one of their exclusives that released this year recently came out to the Nintendo Switch. They're not holding on to like most of their exclusives.
Well, I guess you could argue with the Switch is that it's not your average console. It's a handheld instead of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still a competitor.
It is a competitor, but it's not like they're giving it to the GameCube or.
No,
Yeah.
But for example, now it's a case of like, do I buy an Xbox? These exclusives are also on these consoles. Why do I buy an Xbox?
Yeah.
Especially that everything's coming to PC as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The excuse these days is actually starting to become, why do I buy an Xbox if I just buy a PC?
Yeah.
Because like Microsoft and like the Xbox gaming stuff is doing a really good job of trying to connect those two sides.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I suppose it's a PR move to say like, hey, we're for the gamers. But I suppose at a company side, it really is a trade-off.
But like
I just don't know what their long play is the thing.
their long play is to become a media company, not a gaming company.
Yeah.
Because they're pushing on a sense being like Xbox is a brand name, not a console.
It's almost like what Razer is trying to do, because they used to be like, oh, RGB and like high-end gaming products, but now everyone has RGB. So who cares? They need to start doing something different. Yeah.
But like Xbox at the moment has like they've got a streaming service for video games.
Oh, it's such a good deal.
It was like what Google Stadia was, but actually good.
It actually worked.
Because that's the other thing. Most of gaming these days is trying to be pushed to like the cloud like services to try and get as many people into it as possible.
Can I say my opinion on that?
Yes, go.
It's going to be shit for games.
Yeah, it's been proven already to be. Google Stadia was supposed to be the quote unquote best for like lag and like bandwidth and all that sort of stuff.
And it was the best for lag.
It was still shit.
But
it was the best for lag.
One thing I have a problem with. So I'm a video game collector, and one of the big things that like collecting video games is that you preserve a piece of history. So with these digital consoles, once they're dead and they stop getting support, they're gonna be fucking worthless.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, I'm starting to get, like, a GameCube collection now, because I'm interested in the games that came out for that generation.
Mm-hmm.
When, like, the PS6 comes out, once that's all done, nobody will look back to it, because there's no way of getting those games back.
Yeah.
Unless, like, they support it forever, which they just...
And they make a remaster of every game.
Yeah, but then again, like, the hardware then becomes worthless.
Yeah. Like, even as it is, I've had a few disc games from, like, back, like, in the, like, early 2000s. I've now bought some of the disc games on Steam. And so the discs are worthless.
Yeah. Well, no, the discs aren't worthless, per se, because you can sell those and people could buy them.
I mean, of course you can sell them, but in terms of, like, the actual gaming part of it, they're worthless, because I have them on Steam.
Yeah, but then again, like, PC's different to what, like, consoles are.
Well, yeah, on a PC, it is very much different because you actually like own what you buy, whereas on a console, you do own what you buy, but at the same time, you're still sort of bound to whatever.
On Steam, if Steam shuts down, you lose all your games.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But like with a PC,
the games you have downloaded, of course. But
with a PC, you can just get an emulator and emulate that shit.
Yeah, you can.
But with like an Xbox, it's fucking difficult to get like to mod most consoles. And so once they're done with those consoles...
Thanks, Apple, by the way. Thanks for that.
What?
Apple has a reputation for being an asshole to try and, like, personally modify is all. People who know. People who know. Don't worry about it.
Don't they, like, try to make your device shit so you get another one?
That was a scandal a few years ago where they were intentionally degrading batteries. So, well, not degrading as such, but intentionally falsifying the battery so that you go get a replacement. I think it was for a good reason, though. I think it was for like a battery defect, but it
No,
wasn't.
it was hardware.
Oh, it was
So
hardware.
it was they don't so for like they didn't want to bother about like making their new those OS like capable to handle the hardware for older models.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it
And
was. It
so
was
like
something to do with the. Yeah.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
like they made it where it was more power hungry on older models to make it like easier to run. And I'm not looking forward to when that happens to the iPhone 6 because it's the last iPhone with a headphone jack, and I fucking love that.
Yes, please give me my headphone jacks back. Gamers rise up. Give us our headphone jacks.
Gamers rise up.
Truly
I
the
want to.
most.
I want to get my Razer Kraken headset into my
Oh, fuck yeah,
iPhone.
dude.
2.
The Razer headsets are really good in my opinion.
They're also very expensive.
They are, but they sound really good.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I prefer the headsets that like detach from like the band bit. So if you sit on them, they don't just get destroyed.
The new Razer ones have that.
How
Yeah.
often are you sitting on your
They
headphones?
either fall on the ground, fucking blow up, or I sit on them with my fat ass.
Jesus Christ, man.
How do you do that?
But with this, it never happens.
All right. Final thoughts on Xbox Bethesda, and then we can move on to whatever else we want.
Skyrim
Very
is coming
nice.
everywhere.
Skyrim is coming to your nan's fucking jizzhole.
Skyrim, like the idea of like, oh, Skyrim is like, we're not gonna port it anymore. No, Skyrim will be on every fucking console now.
It will.
It will. Look at Witcher 3. They've remastered the game like 4 times and put it on Switch.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. Microsoft Bethesda should be a good ride to watch. Should be a good ride to watch.
I think
It
it's gonna
will.
be. I think it's gonna be good for like.
Look out for Internet Historian's video on it when it ends.
Oh god,
I
Internet
can
Historian's video on Fallout 76 is so good.
Oh, it's so good. He makes amazing
He
videos.
does.
Yeah.
I watched his COVID one recently.
Have you seen
Tales
both of them?
Paris.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
it is.
All right. What's next? What's next on the? So gaming the current generation. We talked a bit about that with the Google Stadia and the cloud gaming stuff. I really do think that is where the future is, just due to accessibility.
I don't like that personally.
I don't either. I like
'Cause,
being.
It's gonna fuck over Australians, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because our internet is dog shit.
My internet's alright.
I've had
For what
somebody
it is.
from Africa, or like South Africa. I can't remember fully, but he was like, "Internet over here is dog shit."
And it's still better than Australia, is it?
No, he was like, his internet was like, he was like, I come from not a first world country. Your internet is worse than what I had.
Yep. Yep.
So like,
And
streaming
there's
games is-
There's straight up no excuse. Like it, I just don't know why.
No, because we like the whole idea of like the NBN was supposed to be like we'll get better internet, but it's so slow that it's gonna be super outdated by the time they fully finish
Yeah,
it.
it takes them it's gonna take them fucking ages to just set it up before
like,
they can see if it works.
Even then, they're not.
Yeah.
So, for example, the first couple of people that got NBN got like proper NBN, and then everybody else got like
me. That was me. Our internet is good,
yeah, but like
actually stable.
I
after
would like the
certain-
second-hand version.
no, after a certain period of time, they decide to like cheap out on it.
Yeah.
And so,
So
like,
okay,
So
I know the story of this. Not to get political, but fuck the Liberal government.
Oh god!
So anyway,
Please don't get political on this podcast. I don't want it to be that.
yeah, nah, not at all. But I'm just gonna outline the plight of Australian people's internet right now. So the plan of the government's plan at the time was, okay, we're gonna get fiber for everyone to like the street, right? Like
It was like so.
You
There's
wa-
So it was essentially like we're getting like fiber to the we're getting to the node internet.
no.
So it's
So
getting
it was
straight from the because fiber to the node is like the slower stuff.
yeah. So the first plan was actually to do it properly and put fiber to the 3 feet from your house that it takes to get from the house to the global network.
No,
Then-
it was like a direct connection.
Oh yeah. Well, I actually don't remember that part. But it was something like that. So that might have been the second one. The first one was, we're going to give everyone fiber. The second step was, okay, we're just going to get fiber to like near your house, which will be fine. Then the third one, which they basically decided on, was getting fiber to the local area node.
Yeah, which just means
is so dumb because it doesn't change anything.
No, what it does is it will makes it slightly worse because now everybody's using that one node.
Exactly.
Instead of like each house getting their own node.
Yeah. It's not each house trying to shuffle their like data wherever it can go. It's everyone goes to the same place, and if the node can't handle it, well then you're screwed.
Yeah.
Which is what a lot of places couldn't do. A lot of places nodes couldn't handle it. And they were receiving worse data speeds than they were when they were running on like DSL dial-up.
I love that fucking meme. Just being like, how's your internet now that you got the NBN? It's fucking worse, mate.
It's actually worse, mate, yeah.
Only in Australia.
Only in Australia.
Yeah, man. So what's our next topic on the agenda?
Australia, great place. Come here, please.
Please.
Except
about Australia being a great place.
Yeah.
Please come to Australia so companies actually give a shit.
That makes you want to just die.
Murdered by the, anything.
There's a bush that just makes you want to die.
Yeah.
What?
It makes
There's
you
a bush that hurts you so badly that you just want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this country.
Yeah. Beautiful country.
So what do we got next, boys?
What's next? All right, so we can transition into anime, or we can talk about more small game stuff if we want.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a game thing.
Yes, go for it.
What is your opinion on Epic versus Steam? Is it good
Steam
or
all
bad?
the way, man.
Yeah, that's
I like the idea of having like a free game.
Every month or so, or every couple
then
weeks.
again, like, why fucking buy a game then on Epic?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's just becoming a free games like library.
My whole library is just free games.
I want Epic to get to the level that Steam have to actually try, but it's not going to happen because Epic keeps giving away shit.
Like they gave out GTA 5.
I know.
Yeah. They're giving away like really good games too. They put out Slime Rancher when they first started. They put out Subnautica when they first started. These are solid games you should pay for.
It slightly makes sense because then like you go into the ecosystem of Epic, and then you're more likely to buy a game on Epic Games.
Yeah.
Because like if you don't do it, then like most people will be like, then why do I switch over? But if you say like GTA 5 is free on their platform, of course you're gonna install the Epic launcher.
Yeah, but I already have the game, like most people, so it doesn't even matter.
Well, I didn't, so I got the Epic launcher.
Neat.
Yeah. There are a few games, as I was saying, Slime Rancher, Subnautica, really good games that I've had on my Steam wishlist, and I'm just like, I want to buy this. Wait, it's free? I'm going over. I'm going.
But sometimes it seems like they don't negotiate with the developers, right? Because Conan Exiles was meant to be free. And like a couple of days before it was going to like be given out, it just got pulled off of Epic completely.
Yeah. Because the other thing with Epic over Steam was it was supposed to help the creators more.
Yeah.
And that was its driving factor. Any game that you actually want to buy would be on Epic because the creators would want it to be on Epic because they get more share.
They put Borderlands free on sale before it even released.
Yeah.
Jesus. But yeah, because
the other thing. They held Borderlands 3 for what? A year before it came to Steam?
Yeah.
But the idea is it's the same reason why Apple has kicked them off.
Yeah.
Because they like the idea more of game companies getting a bigger cut of the profit. Unlike I think like most places have a 30%.
I think Steam has a 30%, something like that.
Steam does, Android, like Google Play Store does, Apple does. Like most places have a 30% cut.
Yeah.
And I think like Epic Games is one of the only ones that doesn't have like the 30%.
Yeah, but that's like the whole marketing scheme is saying they give more to developers.
But then again, that's why they didn't like the idea of doing a 30% cut, and then they did the whole thing that got Fortnite taken off Apple and Android.
It's a bit sketchy sometimes of what they do.
It does, but like for example, that nearly like screwed over a ton of developers.
Yeah. Because didn't Apple try to remove the developer tools and stuff as well?
Yeah, the SDK for the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Which it would have been if you were a developer and your livelihood was on Apple, and using the Unreal Engine,
it's sort of Epic's fault for trying to get past paying money and stuff.
It was because one big company wanted to get a little bit more money. No longer got any pay.
Yeah. It's a really petty reason that Apple did it, and I don't agree. I actually don't agree with either side. Epic should not have gone around
have a in-game store that doesn't give money to the people.
They should not have been trying to go around someone that they've agreed to do business with. But at the same time, Apple shouldn't have necessarily
just
been so aggressive about it.
Well, I think they were trying to make an example of it, because if they don't, the next thing you know, everybody's doing the same thing.
Every single motherfucker on the Apple Store is going to be wanting less money.
But then Epic used this as marketing or something.
Oh no, they were fucking ready for it.
They had the Apple skin and shit all ready for it.
They knew what was going to happen, because immediately afterwards they filed a lawsuit against Apple, and then they released the
event on Fortnite.
Yeah, it was they fucking knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah,
they were trying to win over people, but it didn't turn out too well.
Yeah, because I watched I forget who it was. It might have been LTT podcast or something. Not to plug podcasts. We're not sponsored to plug, but not that that's ever gonna happen. They were talking about how Epic's in the lawsuit. Epic won't win the lawsuit unless the judge really doesn't like Apple's alleged anti-competitive practices.
Is it though?
So if the judge rules with Epic, it's going to be very slim. So what Epic's trying to do is garner enough public support that Apple backs down, rather than Epic winning the legal side. It's going to be more Apple losing the publicity side.
But Apple's more likely to win, though.
Yeah, because Apple, if they lose Epic, okay, cool, fat rip. They just release another iPhone. They make another $2 trillion.
They release another stand.
Epic Games has been a big part with gaming for Apple phones.
Have they?
Yeah, no. So I think it was even at the launch of the first iPhone, or most iPhones have shown off a game using the Unreal Engine. Because they had a statement being we felt disappointed that Epic Games would do this after how much support we've given them over the years.
Interesting. Because I can't imagine. Obviously, I'm 18 and I'm old and I'm a boomer now. But I don't know someone who would buy a phone for gaming.
That's why you get a proper console or PC for that stuff.
Yeah, but some people
actually, if BlueStacks exists in that.
But phone gamers are gamers too. Let's not discriminate too hard.
But there was a stage where a lot of people were the future of video games is going to be mobile gaming, and that gaming as we know it will disappear.
That's for countries like China and that, who are always outside.
But that was a thing. Shit. That was a thing. A ton of people thought a couple of years ago, or a decade ago, that iPhones were the future of gaming.
That's an interesting probe, considering what consoles are now becoming.
Yeah, the Switch is basically
it was either the future of gaming or the future of handheld gaming.
Yeah, handheld.
The future of handheld gaming, I can absolutely get on board with.
Yeah.
And I suppose over a very long period of time, we're slowly going to be shrunk down, just because of that's how society's going. It's going as small as it can be, so we can all fit together. So I understand that eventually people might not want them to spend the money on like a console or even obviously a PC.
But
We're talking like 50, 100 years from now. But
I'm talking about like this was 10 years ago when people thought iPhones were the future.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people saying, "Yo, the iPod runs games. Bang, gaming done."
Exactly.
That's it. The
Just deletes all other consoles.
I mean, when you look back retrospectively, the movie Back to the Future at some point was set in 2020 with like hoverboards and
No,
shit.
it's 2015.
Oh, it was 2015?
Yeah, it was 2015.
They predicted wrong.
Time has flown. I remember that being a news item.
I remember like there were some pretty cool things that happened at 2015.
Yeah.
Like Nike made actual self-tying shoelaces.
Yeah. So I mean that's close enough, I suppose. We got one out of the 50,000 inventions they have.
A ton of people like made hoverboard videos for it. I think there was an anniversary collection that I have where in the bonus features it has the actor for Doc Martin being like the reason why the things in the movie didn't actually happen is because our future is always changing and that you have the ability to do whatever you want.
Very philosophical. Very good. Very good.
My mind is blown.
Bruh. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking in this podcast, and it's probably not a good thing.
I'm just trying to not talk over people.
Talking is the point of podcasts. I think we've actually shared pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Josh had way more input than I assumed he would end up giving, but
I forgot what the original question I said was.
Epic versus Steam.
Epic versus Apple.
Okay.
And then it went into Epic versus Apple.
We just need Steam to have to go, oh shit, we need the try at some point.
Yeah, but they're already really good.
If we want that Half-Life free, we need them to try.
They're already working on it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they announced it. Of Half-Life Alyx. Because I'm pretty sure Half-Life Alyx was a precursor, and the reason it existed was because Valve was finally getting off of their fat money ass.
Yeah.
They don't really need to try.
Yeah, but sort of want them to try so they don't just sit on their ass again.
Well, no. So for example, it's kind of for example, EA is the bad version of not giving a shit.
Yeah. Yes, they are the worst type of not giving a shit.
Because
why do I have two
one of their the newest game that came out had assets from 2018's.
We were talking about this the other day. You said it was Madden.
Yeah, Madden 2021.
Oh, Madden. Their sports games are absolute trash.
Yeah, but the only reason why that happens is because they have a monopoly on it.
Yeah.
Sports companies don't give out licenses to any other developer. Yeah.
PES Soccer is the closest thing to FIFA, and it has been for years. Worse.
Isn't that from Konami?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
But that's the bad version of caring. Valve still give a shit in more senses than what EA does.
The interesting thing with Valve is that if they see they're losing money, they will try very quickly.
They will release a game. Hopefully it's not Artifact.
No. They won't release a game to cover it up. They will actually fix it. If they notice they are bleeding money from something, they will fix it. Yeah. Look at CSGO and the multitude of scams that have gone on. They have fixed them as soon as possible.
They've also started doing stuff on the launcher a bit. They've changed the UI.
They updated the launcher.
Yeah, so clearly they give a shit.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping they have a competitor or something in the future. A proper one.
A competitor doesn't encourage competition.
Yeah, but it'll be nice.
More. But Steam is it's alright as it's going, I think, anyway.
Yeah. But
and plus I also don't want to lose all the games I have.
Me too. I lost so many games that would die if I lost them.
Honestly, I think PES is that what is it called?
Yeah.
I think that looks better.
Yeah, it might. I think it does. I mean, I'm not sure if it's the same person they're trying to model here, but
It's probably somebody fairly similar, at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure
Good comparison.
pretty sure PES on the right here is trying to model Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
I don't follow.
Looks very
soccer,
similar,
man.
but I don't know who it is on the right.
I don't do
I
sport.
want to say, like, I honestly couldn't even tell you. I haven't followed soccer for years.
So, here's a hot take here. Soccer is just a room full of actors.
Is this because they like fall over and shit? From what I've heard.
Complain.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
Yeah, EA is a different topic altogether. That's for a different podcast.
What about
Fill an entire 2-hour slot with.
What about companies who like release the same game? Like, for example, Assassin's Creed seems so similar every time they release it.
Aren't they getting a bit better though with
It's
it?
not even a new game sometimes.
Aren't they getting like Valhalla is? I reckon that's going to be a different game.
Yeah, but it's going to turn out to be a reskin of Odyssey, probably.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
For the last few years, I think they've actually been. Well, didn't they change their like 1-year development cycle to a 2-year development cycle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like it can get worse, right?
It creatively.
Right. Right.
Right.
Hopefully.
Because they also delay shit now.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
I like that developers are starting to actually delay their games now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like games franchises like Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, and that who release games constantly. Some of them just feel the same.
Well, that's because of how much they do it.
Like,
yeah,
they
have a 2-year cycle, but they release a game every year. I think that's how it works.
There's not enough change for most of their titles.
I don't think Ubisoft does that anymore. I think they might try and offset their other projects in between their main titles.
Well, the main one's Call of Duty. Who does it now?
Well, they're very popular of going 1-1.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's working for them. I mean, the new one, the relatively new one, Modern Warfare, was actually a good game for once in 15 years. So,
when I see the trailer for the new game, I just think, didn't they release one just a bit ago?
Yeah, that's always what it feels like.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, Ubisoft's a special one. I haven't heard much in the news about them lately. I suppose it is because they've just accepted Rainbow Six Siege as their main game.
No, yeah, they're releasing the new Watch Dogs game soon.
Yeah,
Legion.
Yeah, when you can have a legion of grandmothers.
That's what I'm doing if I get that.
It's going to be great for shit posters. I swear to God.
Legion is looking to be an actually good game.
Yeah.
Compared to Watch Dogs.
I hope it's not disappointing.
Well, sort of 1 and 2. I played 1 and I thought it was okay, but a lot of people didn't seem to like it, and I'm just I mean, I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I got 2 for free, but I didn't play it, so.
Wait, no, that's a lie. I think I played a little bit of Watch Dogs, but I never got fully into it.
I got Watch Dogs 2 on Epic the other day. Talking about free Epic shit.
Talking about Epic, yeah.
Talking about Epic, that was originally what the topic was about.
The other day. I might try it out.
I think I got it for free on the.
So I got Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2 on Epic. Yeah.
I haven't seen what does Epic have at the moment for their free game.
Last time I saw it was some stupid roller coaster one.
It was Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
And then I think they might have changed it.
That's a really good game. They're giving away good games.
Yeah, hell yeah. But that's again part of their advertising.
They gave away the full-on Borderlands Handsome Jack collection, I think a couple months ago.
They've given away Borderlands pre-sequel and 2. I have both of those.
I think it was...
Yeah, that's a whole advertising thing. Because after you play that, you're going to be oh, I want to get Borderlands 3.
I want to get Borderlands 1 or 3.
And then you'll just go to Epic.
Yeah, don't forget DLC. They have a bunch of DLC.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Epic, it's a brilliant fucking business move.
Another one they've given away is Enter the Gungeon. That's a great indie game.
Yeah.
For people that like it.
Hell yeah, man.
Just Cause 4. I mean,
We don't talk about
We
that
don't
one.
talk about that.
Wait, just
Kingdom Come
Cause?
Deliverance.
Oh yeah, that game.
I mean, if you still cared about that game after it came out, then I guess
It's good for those people who are into like role play and shit.
What
yeah.
game?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard
If
that
for
one.
some reason you refuse to buy Skyrim, then Kingdom Come Deliverance.
or don't want to play For Honor.
Yeah. If you have For Honor's a dead game almost.
Yeah, but
It's
I've
actually
never-
resurged a bit after everyone like went to Mordhau and came back. They were like, "Oh, For Honor's
well,
actually like getting
Mordhau
better."
was something for a bit. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the For Honor was like tanked. They made some bad updates for a while, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
but
they're
they
trying to turn
fixed
it back.
it like over time. But
Yeah, they're
too
trying to turn
slowly.
it back around.
But yeah, you want to know how I think Steam could be like a lot better than Epic Games just overnight?
Mhm.
They start doing what Epic Games is doing with free games.
Yeah, but
No, think about it, because then like you get more people coming onto the Steam, and then you get more people like buying into the ecosystem.
if you're
Well,
already like part of Steam, you're not gonna really leave.
Yeah, their excuse is that if you're not on Steam, you probably don't want to be.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
you'll get people like who are exclusively on Epic.
How many people are exclusively on Epic though? What do you
That-
go for Epic for? Fortnite, and then what do you do
Fortnite.
after that?
There would be
There's, like,
people who would be
outlets and
like, I
stuff
don't
as
like
well.
Steam's business model, I'm going to Epic. And so if you did like the free games, like especially if they're good free games, like what Epic's doing, you'll fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so many people have large libraries that they don't really want to just.
Yeah, but some people
Yeah.
won't.
Mm.
Like for example, if you
I fully
were
understand what you're saying, but Steam clearly, like Steam Valve clearly has numbers to say that like
Yeah, they
we're
have
clearly
like
not losing anything.
yeah,
have
but
the
I'm
veteran
just saying,
bonus.
like for example, if you saw like GTA 5 is free on Steam for a limited time, people would fucking flood to
Yeah,
Steam.
but most people already have that game since it's a Rockstar game.
Yeah, but again, for those people that don't, there's like
You'd
it's a
be in it,
selling
yeah.
point, and it's like
Yeah.
all the other people that have Steam and don't have GTA 5, it's fucking brilliant.
But the problem with Epic is that their download times and shit are busted.
Epic's
It's
like
so bad.
store page is shit because there's no cart.
It's so bad.
It's designed to download to like 4 gigs of Fortnite, and that's about it.
Yeah, anything else, it just craps itself.
Nah, I mean, there's potential for competition and potential for growth in each of them, but Steam has been at the top for a real long time, and I don't see it moving anytime
Yeah, I
soon.
don't see
Yeah.
people just leaving Steam for Epic anyway.
Because you've always got the like Steam market diehards. Like, you're not if people aren't gonna just pick up and leave off Steam simply because their market.
Steam has the workshop as well. It
Yeah,
has a
the
more
market
community thing.
ecosystem is literally what's keeping
Mm.
most of Valve alive, and the reason it's keeping them alive so well is because they've built it so well.
If you look at like so if you look up on Google Images Epic versus Steam, you get a ton of charts and they all like all the green side is just to Steam.
Yeah. Because Epic came out probably pretty badly. They missed out like they didn't have a bloody search bar or something for a while.
Jesus Christ.
It was
pretty
dumb.
mean. Epic. One thing we will say about like game stores before we move on is that Epic did it way better than Origin.
Oh, fuck.
Because
Yeah,
I don't know
Origin
anyone
is
who actually went to
horrible.
Origin and bought a game off Origin and not migrated it from their EA like.
The
Play
only
it.
reason why you use Origin is if you like buy the Sims 4 physically.
And you play Apex.
Yeah.
That's the only real reason. They've got nothing else.
Yeah.
Like they've started moving shit over to Steam. There is literally
Yeah.
nothing.
Because they started pulling it from Steam. I remember this a few years ago. They started pulling it from Steam to go into Origin, like exclusively EA Origin,
Yeah.
and now they're starting to put things back.
Like Mirror's Edge you can get on Steam. I fucking love that.
Yeah, that's always been an acclaimed game.
Yeah, I hope Unraveled is on. Is Unraveled on Steam?
I think so.
Maybe.
I hope so, because that looks like such a fucking great game.
That's the wrong Unravel. That's also the wrong Unravel. Yeah, Unravel 2 is on Steam, Unravel 1 is on Steam.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
And then there's the bundle for, like, I think both of them.
For both. Yeah, well. The question is now, we finished talking about games. We finished bitching about EA and this, that, and the other thing, and Steam, Epic. Do we just move on to the anime part?
Oh, hell yeah. I've
been
been waiting
the
for
anime
this.
part for the rest of the time we have.
This is what we're here for. We're here for the anime part.
Honestly, this
I don't know what
podcast
we're
is
trying
just
to disguise
whatever.
ourselves as. What was that?
I was like, this podcast is just like whatever the hell we want to talk about for a
It's
couple
mostly
hours.
games. And
Yeah.
stuff.
At the moment, it's mostly games.
Yeah, I mean, the idea I had was like, okay, pop culture and like, you know, gaming, media, anime stuff. It's mostly been games because I've been mentally trying to even it out, so I'm pushing it to the games so that we know we can just yeet out a whole bunch of anime.
Yeah, well, like, the 1 a.m. podcast, the name itself doesn't like lean it towards any topic.
Nah,
Yeah,
really
it's just
can't.
whatever.
The whole idea of it is just like people who aren't sleeping.
You can't
just
sleep, I just want to
talking
talk shit.
Yep.
Like, that's the whole idea of it.
Yeah. Right. The topic I have here is talk about favorite anime. That's the first part. So, Josh, you're at the top of the Discord. Tell us about it.
My favorite anime has like stayed the same for a while, and it's Goblin Slayer.
Oh,
But-
fuck, man.
I see.
But the reason is that it's a
Episode
fantasy
one?
like
Episode one?
anime.
Episode
It's a
1.
fantasy anime.
Okay.
But it's got a big twist that it's a fucked up fantasy anime.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like, it's not just, oh, everyone's okay,
Yeah.
fucking destroyed at any second.
Episode 1.
Yeah,
Like-
episode 1.
No, okay. So I saw a video about this. I watched a video about this like the other day, where it was talking about why Goblin Slayer exists as such, and like what. Oh, it was a video about anime controversies. I don't know what it was. But it was talking about the controversies over the years.
I might have been Nux's video.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was Nux's video,
Yeah.
and he summarized it quite well. The people getting angry about Goblin Slayer, like the people that got angry about Goblin Slayer, probably shouldn't have been watching Goblin Slayer, because it's not like your typical like nice fantasy anime, as you were saying. In the first like 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the first episode, people are getting cut in half. It's obviously
Yeah.
going to be a dark show.
You know,
Like,
but here's the thing. It was, when it was on Crunchyroll, it was like, had a PG rating.
Yeah, they changed that
That's
straight away.
That's something else that's probably not very good.
That was
like,
like the
That's
marketing
like
team
the
or
biggest
whatever.
reason for it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But the reason I like it so much is in real life, if you were in some fucking anime world, you wouldn't be like you wouldn't be having the time of your life probably.
No,
It depends on the anime, man.
Yeah, but like
well,
it's likely to be a world similar to Goblin Slayer.
yeah.
Like you're gonna get stomped by so many things.
Yeah. Like Sword Art Online definitely was not as happy as it looks like it is.
Yeah,
Like,
isn't it like
you're
about
getting
four
flat.
hundred?
Traumatizing if you're in that world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the first episode just turned off so many people and started the controversy that Goblin Slayer now has a bad name
Yeah.
or like bad reputation. But honestly, for me, that just made me want to watch it more because like barely anyone watched it.
Fair enough.
I
fair
feel like
enough.
people did watch it, though.
Yeah, people watched it to see what would happen.
I think people watched it out of hate just to see what else they could be angry about.
Like the plot is pretty good for me at
I
least.
feel like the
Yeah.
controversy was like with Josh, like, if it wasn't for the controversy, it probably wouldn't be as big.
Like
Yeah.
the thing that people got mad about only happened like once. It just happened to be in the
It
first
happened once
episode.
People got angry about it.
Wasn't
didn't
like the second episode like your generic
Yeah.
fantasy episode? of
Generic.
anime?
Oh,
it? Yeah.
I woke up this morning, had a lovely
day, killed some mobs. Okay, back to bed.
Yeah. And I'm probably not going to talk about it for spoiler reasons and stuff, but whatever.
Yeah.
It also has like Dungeons and Dragons elements in it.
Yeah.
With like dice and stuff, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty interesting. Alright, Lachlan, you're next on the Discord list. Tell us about some anime.
No. Does it really have like dice elements in it?
Yeah. Like each character has like a dice. And if you get the bad one, you're fucking dead.
I never thought I would see
because the whole world is meant to be like a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
That doesn't.
I might actually watch that now just to see what that is.
That sounds interesting because it doesn't sound like it would be in that type of anime.
Yeah, it's like a Dungeons and Dragons game played by gods or something.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's actually like pretty cool. I might like watch it for a couple episodes. Like, see.
I've been trying to get people to watch it, but every time they do like, what? Oh no, that.
Oh no, that anime. Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's actually a very interesting concept, and I'm almost sold on that alone.
And I'm waiting for season 2.
I don't know if I can watch episode 1 though. I might have to skip it.
Like episode 1 is just to establish how fucked up the world is.
Yeah, but I can like. I know it's fucked up. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, like you know what happens. You can probably skip episode.
Yeah,
you won't miss anything.
I think Goblin Slayer has a physical release. I might look into
it. It has a full-on manga that is amazing.
I've heard it's had a manga.
Yeah, I know, but like this one's pretty good.
Back with the like Kiss manga and Kiss anime, which is another topic for another episode.
Yeah,
that's a different topic.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Really. Right, Lachlan, give us some anime. Tell us about it.
So can I pick one or can I pick two? Because like my top two are pretty close.
Well, I was gonna give one from each of the categories that I frequent. So
I mostly do shonen.
Fair enough.
Is it gonna be My Hero Academia?
Yes.
So the first one is of course my boy, Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes,
it is fucking great. I love it. It is sad that it's over, but every day I think about rewatching like either Brotherhood or 2003.
I tried watching it. I think I watched the wrong one.
Which one did do you think you watched?
I think I watched the older version because it was a bit.
Like?
Everything was like darker and swirly.
Oh yeah, no, it is definitely 2003.
Yeah. It's like with Hellsing, how they did a better version after.
Well, 2000 Brotherhood isn't necessarily a better version. For example, I think both 2003 and Brotherhood are both my favorite. Like I class them as the same show.
Yeah.
But my other favorite that I can't really talk about one without talking about the other because I even have recordings on my channel where I mix up the two. Where's the fucking is you know it. You've already called it.
Yeah.
It's fucking My Hero Academia.
Oh, you pleb.
Easy one.
It is such a good show, and Deku is my hero. Not gonna lie.
That's yeah.
You were telling me about it the other day, and I'm listening to the plot, and I'm just like, for the latest season, of course. And I'm just like,
I was telling you about the manga.
Oh, you're telling me about the manga,
not even telling you about the manga.
Oh, so the anime isn't even like near the manga?
The anime is like it's like a year or two.
At least.
You've got like 2 seasons before it. Like if you're pushing it to until they get up to where the manga is at the moment.
Okay, I was under the impression you were telling me about the anime, but that entire storyline in the manga, I want to actually see that on the big screen. That's
that's like season 6, season 7 type thing.
Right.
But
they're only on what, season 4, I think.
Yeah. We're season 4 finished earlier this year.
Yeah,
I still haven't watched it.
I haven't yet either, but I know what happened because I read the fucking manga. I'm one of those
people. I
got
spoiled on YouTube.
That as well.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
How do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about spoilers on this podcast? Because I've got an idea of how to do it.
Well,
I'll get all the hate for you boys.
For shows we've actually all watched together, we could probably spoil it. But I haven't watched Demon Slayer or My Hero Academia.
I was going to mention Demon Slayer.
And I know Lachlan was talking about when we were talking the other day. Lachlan had read the manga for one of the things I was going to say.
Which one's that? ReZero.
Yeah, ReZero.
I'm so behind in ReZero.
I haven't watched the second.
I want to watch it, but there's just so much to catch up on.
It is
I've actually thought of a new topic we can slap on the end of this topic, and slap on the end of this subject as well. But yeah, so what about My Hero Academia? What's happening with that? Why is that good? Give us a rundown of.
The
God mode.
It's like it's a typical shonen anime. I think most people say that. But it's like it does its tropes quite well.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people like got drawn into for it. And I think season 4, from what I've heard from like most people, didn't go down very well with most audiences.
Most people were looking forward to a certain fight in it, and that's like it.
Oh fuck yeah. But then again, like it was already a fairly bloated story compared to My Hero Academia standards. Because like
I'm waiting for the villain arc.
Oh, the villain arc, like that would be
interesting. Waiting. I'm so hyped.
But so, for example, like in the manga, most arcs in My Hero Academia go for like a volume of the manga, or half a volume, or a volume and a half.
Mm-hmm.
While the arcs, the main arc for season 4 was like 3 or 4 manga volumes worth.
Jesus.
Like it was a long storyline.
It was drawn out.
And so like a lot of people were like, can we get over this already? Like this seems bloated.
Yeah.
But was the ending worth it though?
I don't think they animated 100% Deku as well as they did in the movie.
I still think it looked nice.
Oh, it looked fucking amazing.
The movies. Talk about the movies. The newest movie is so fucking good. I love it.
No, that's like a controversial topic, man.
I love the movie. It's so much better than.
Like, the second movie, in my opinion, is a lot better than the first because there were actual fucking stakes. I
like how they had everyone have that moment.
Oh fuck yeah!
Deku and Big Buff Man.
It embodied My Hero Academia, like the show, in my opinion.
Mm.
Had every character. From what I know, it was like the original ending for the series, just reworked into a movie.
Oh, cool.
So like instead of 9, it would have been All for One.
Yeah.
Which is the main villain of the
series. It's a bit shitty for a villain, honestly.
9 is just All for One with a reset.
Am I allowed to spoil the fucking?
Hold on. I'm gonna put an image in Discord, and for the viewers that are watching, when this image is taken down, we're no longer talking about spoilers. So now we're in spoiler territory.
Okay. The fucking All for One character, I think, is a bit lame.
Yeah, because it's not as he can be engaging, but he's not that interesting.
Like the fight between him and All was literally him doing the same attack over and over.
I watched the episode of Trash Taste talking about this.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I was about to say the same fucking thing.
Yeah, he has all these powers and shit, and he's like, same thing over and over, and hopefully.
To quote the anime man from Trash Taste and his YouTube channel, it's like in that fighting game when you figure out the one combo that works pretty well, so you just keep using it over and over
again.
Yeah.
They also mentioned how...
And occasionally you press the triangle button.
The triangle
button.
Occasionally
you press the triangle button,
yeah.
All for One, I feel like he can be good, though.
Yeah, but how they showed him in that moment, it's like the build-up from him first being mentioned to him fighting All Might.
Again, in I'm gonna be one of those people... He kind of gets more interesting in the where we're at in the manga.
Yeah.
Yes, quoting Trash Taste as well there, right?
The manga.
No, I am one of those people when it comes to My Hero Academia, when like people are like, "Oh, I'm not sure about this," and I'm just like, "Wait till we get up to the point where we are in the manga."
Wait till the manga. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lachlan, what about you thinking? Dude, All Might should have probably died there.
No, but like, so if he died there, then Deku would have been
and the Trash Taste people as well.
Again,
I agree.
Again, I'm gonna be one of those people, but he's needed for where we're at the manga.
Like,
right, okay.
Like with Trash Taste, I agree. He's sort of just there now.
Oh
he's
no,
just
like if he died then and there, it would have been fucking heartbreaking for the audience and for the characters.
It would have been better.
I feel like Deku would have.
That sounds like a good idea, in my opinion.
I feel like if it did, Deku would have had to have like a fucking depression arc.
Yeah, but then we would have met the Midnight. No, not Midnight. That's the wrong character.
Midnight.
Foresight guy.
Oh yeah, no, he wouldn't have met that. Like he wouldn't have met Foresight. What is it? Foresight? Night Eye. So Night Eye.
Yeah, Night Eye, not Midnight. What character?
Midnight.
Close enough.
He wouldn't have, because there was no way Deku would have had the guts to go to Sir Night Eye.
Yeah, but he might have pulled Deku into his agent.
Actually, that could have been an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
Because he would have
been still hate Deku and shit.
He would hate Deku, and then Deku would be like questioning himself. That would have been interesting.
Yeah. Just All Might is fucking useless. That's all I gotta say.
That would be really fucking interesting, man. Shit, there's kind of like pros and cons to like All Might being alive, but I feel like
I've taken over your favorite anime. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
No, this is good.
It's better for the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, I'm going to be able to talk about what I want to talk about a lot. And one of my topics is actually going to be saved for another video for itself, entirely, probably. So, we need to fill time.
But All Might definitely could, like, at the moment where we're, again, in the manga, he needs to be there to try to flesh things out.
He just needs to die. I'm sorry.
No, I feel like we're getting to the point where he's going to die.
I just need him gone.
Get him out of here.
I need that skeleton boy gone.
Get him out of here. Are we in spoiler territory still? Or?
Nah,
I don't know. I'm done. I unleashed my brain.
Because I'm not sure if that even needed the spoiler.
It was just, I don't like that character. Get him out.
Get him out, though.
Kill All Might.
So I guess the spoiler part of it's done, even though I don't think it was really needed.
There's one other thing, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh no, we can talk about that.
The character of Endeavor has like controversial things.
Oh, okay, fuck. I know that I just said what I said, but we need this back. Please, let's talk about Endeavor.
Like the fucking abusive dad trying to be a good guy now.
I feel like it's somewhat earned.
For me, I think it's too late.
Oh no, he is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's too late. He needs to die as well. Can we just kill everybody?
No,
kill him.
He's on his fucking deathbed.
Like, by the end of the series, we're gonna have like All Might, him, and fucking like other people. 1 million other people die.
One interesting thing I would like to see if Horikoshi has the balls for is to see like an Age of Villains.
Like with Toga and shit.
Like with Shigaraki, like as the head.
I don't know, but manga, he's not looking too well.
Yeah, but then again, like, neither is Deku.
Neither is like half of the bloody Japan.
Yeah, so like, it's a case where it's like, if the villains win, I feel like it's gonna be an interesting story.
Yeah, but like half of them are probably gonna be gone.
Because like, for example, if like we have an Age of Villains, then all like Class A has to become vigilantes.
Vigilantes, season 2 of the manga,
which is a spin-off manga.
Isn't it like the Missions spin-off manga.
Yeah, no, that was like no, I think it's called Plus Ultra.
Something like that.
There's multiple spin-offs to My Hero.
Anyway, we meant to talk about Endeavor.
Yeah, let's talk about Endeavor.
Abusive father time.
Because like a ton of people fucking hated the idea of him getting a redemption arc.
Well, it was going to happen anyway.
Oh no, it definitely was because
Yeah.
he was starting to
number one.
He was starting to look at his like children and that and being like, I'm a shitty person.
It's probably going to end up with probably Darby killing him.
Well, Darby's technically said his name.
Yeah, multiple times, but like bloody
he said his name in his manga.
Blurring stuff out.
In the manga, he just straight up says his name, but Horikoshi made it a black speech bubble.
I know.
It was bullshit.
Fucking Endeavor noodle Todoroki.
I feel like it might be saving
my limited knowledge on the subject, but just by like hearing the points, they might make it a more like background redemption, where they redeem him in a single action rather than an arc.
Well, no, because Endeavor's already had his redemption arc, which was like half a volume of manga, I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't that with Hawks?
Or yeah, it was with Hawks' introduction, which like everybody fell in love with Hawks once he was introduced.
Hawks is like Darby, but not a villain.
He's a double agent, man.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't talk about that in the anime, though. So, you've read the manga, right?
Yeah, I've done that.
So, you know the fight where Darby just comes out of nowhere?
Oh, is that with Twice? Oh,
no. So, like, Darby comes out of nowhere after the fight with the Nomu and Endeavor.
Oh, yeah, and he just says the guy's name.
Yeah, that's not in the fucking anime.
He does his troll moment like he did with... Darby's amazing. He's underrated, I think.
He's amazing. I can see that. I love how we were going to focus on Endeavor and we just haven't.
Yeah, we should go to a different character. Honestly, I forgot what I was going to talk about for Endeavor. I just know he'd be
Endeavor, like, he's still a pretty shitty person, but he's on his way. Like,
he's trying, at least.
Like, he's trying, and through multiple arcs, he is going through, like, somewhat of a redemption, but he's still a shitty person.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, like, there's room to grow.
Yeah. But he's probably going to die, so should...
Oh, he's probably going to die, like, halfway through his...
He's already got a tombstone ready.
Like, halfway through it, and it's just going to be, like, people being like, he could have been redeemed, but he didn't. He couldn't.
Yeah. But then half of the people are going to be like, he did, though.
Yeah, half the people are going to be like, oh, he's a good person. He did get redemption.
Okay, that's all I got to say about your favorite anime.
Are we now going to move on from
it's finally Daniel's turn to talk about his anime.
Let me take away the spoiler tag.
Yeah. All right. So basically, I have 3 brands of anime that I watch. I watch romantic comedy trash that I am shameful to watch, but don't regret it. I have generic trash that is like shonen and like isekai trash and all that sort of stuff. And then I have a very specific category for 4 movies, and that is anime film.
Oh, I feel like anime film should be its own topic, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to talk
about the live action.
I can save the movies that I mentioned for like an entire podcast of its own, and that's what I intend to do actually.
You can add live action movies into that.
That will be in the same podcast we talk about anime movies, because
Yeah.
I don't need to go into the whole like Fullmetal Alchemist live action movie right now.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
There's a new JoJo one.
Oh, God.
Oh no. But yeah, so anime movies, it's very simple. You have a silent voice.
I wasn't gonna go into those movies yet.
No, I was just gonna mention them. And then we can come back to them later if we want.
Depending on how much time you have.
The anime movies that are absolutely golden and I love them. Silent Voice, Weathering with You, Your Name, and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Bang, done, easy.
I can't get over that name though.
It's a weird name, but it's amazing. The second The second category, which is probably not going to be as controversial, is the romantic comedy trash. Now, I have a place in my heart for Toradora. Such a good anime. The
I don't
twist and the way
remember
they
that
set
one.
that up is amazing.
Oh, it's this anime.
Pretty sure you've told me about this one, but I
I
just forgot.
have at occasion gone on rants about Toradora.
I was gonna watch this with somebody, but I don't think that's gonna happen now.
You should just watch it by yourself. It's just really good.
I don't know, man.
There's other rom-com trash that I could probably like look up a name, and they're just good.
I'll probably like watch another one that's in that category.
Rom-com trash, it's not interesting as such, but
well, it's slice of life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like slice of life rom-com, like school life trash. I just watch it to see how unique the twists can be.
Oh, so isn't like Taiga the princess to Tsunderes?
Yes, she is what popularized the idea of tsundere.
No, I think the queen of Tsunderes is Asuka from Evangelion.
Yeah, she was the first widespread tsundere.
But I'm pretty sure Taiga's like the princess or whatever.
Yeah.
She's not as good as Asuka, but she's like a pretty popular tsundere.
Yeah, she is. She's the first person most people thought about as being a tsundere.
Yeah.
Because when you watch Evangelion, you're like, oh, what is Evangelion? Oh, who knows?
Like Asuka isn't. She's a tsundere, but she's not like a big tsundere.
Yeah, she's not like your typical trope, but she is one. It's weird. We don't need to get into that. That's another podcast by itself.
Yeah, Evangelion, man, that's a whole podcast. That's like 2 hours.
Yeah, and then my third category is generic like shonen isekai trash. Now I grew up like everyone watching Naruto and Dragon Ball and all of that.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
They're not important. But what is important is ReZero is amazing. Again, another entire podcast. But something I think we can all talk about right now is I'm about to get absolutely kecked for this. I really like Sword Art Online.
Wait, are we going to talk about SAO for a bit?
I mean, we can talk about SAO for a little bit.
I know nothing about SAO.
Sword Art Online is my guilty pleasure.
Yes,
I just know main character's OP, and
Jesus Kun?
And he's currently crippled.
No, he's no longer crippled.
Oh, damn it! I missed that arc.
Yeah, no, it was in the new season, which I haven't watched yet, so don't take too much. But SAO for me, I watched it. This was the first anime that I chose to watch by myself.
It was my gateway anime.
Same.
And I feel like it's a lot of people's gateways.
Yeah, I watched Pokemon and DBZ and all that stuff as a kid, but I didn't know what I was watching. I just watched it because it looked cool.
Mm.
I saw an ad on like television, like kids television for SAO airing. Yes, ABC3.
Which is like ABC Me now, I think.
Yeah. I saw an ad for SAO and was like, this is cool. I'm telling my parents I want the TV at 8:30 on Saturday. I want this.
I remember I would watch like the episode that aired on ABC3 like the day it aired and then the next day.
Yeah. Me trying to watch SAO, me trying to figure out how to watch Pokemon on TV.
I don't think they're airing SAO anymore.
No, they're not. They pulled it after the end of the first season.
No, because they like every once in a while they put it back on.
Alphem Online.
Did they show the weird molester elf scene?
Yeah,
that's the second arc to season 1.
Yeah, which is just season 2.
It is heavily censored on ABC3.
It is.
I was wondering.
Well, I don't think it's that heavily censored, but it's like if you bought the DVD of it, you won't have the same experience to watching it on ABC.
It's different. It's like 4 Kids, One Piece.
Oh,
there's a difference.
For those people, if there are any people outside of Australia that fucking watch this, fucking why? But ABC is like the BBC, but for Australia.
Yeah, and it's not as good.
It's roughly
it depends, man. ABC
it's basically just the generic like news shows, which also provide late night television. And in Australia, we have a separate one for like kids shows. That's all it is.
There's 4 different ABCs. ABC 2 is like for toddlers. ABC 3 is for like kids to teen,
Yeah, it's like
early
teens.
teens.
ABC 1 and like ABC X, or it's not X, but it's like
ABC
some
1 is just like whatever the fuck they want.
There's
And
also
then
Go, isn't there Go?
Go
as well?
is outside of the ABC.
Yeah, but
though.
like that's another.
Because we also have
similar
like
thing.
7, 9, and 10, and I don't know, whatever. I don't know how we have so
let's
many.
Let's not go into like that whole.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so SAO holds a special place in my eye because it's the first anime I actually went and found.
Yeah.
And I understand the issues a lot of people have with it. It's like badly written, in quotation marks. It's not horrible, but it could be so much better. It's like, it's lazy. It overdoes the like OP Jesus Kun type. And like, sure, I agree, but why does that detract from its enjoyment of like the idea of the story?
Yeah, people get mad, but then there's a show like Misfits that everyone loves.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay,
yeah, that's a different kind of OP.
Idea.
I'm gonna say no. Like, Sword Art Online is my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I watch it. I don't enjoy that I'm watching it, but I enjoy what I'm watching.
No, like, I think it is shit in like some aspects.
I agree.
But every time I watch it, like, I'm having fun.
Exactly. Like, I can point out places where I'm just like, wow, that could have been written better, or like, wow, that could have been animated better, but like, I'm still watching it.
Like, season 1, like, the second arc to season 1 is fucking shit.
Yeah, that's not good.
The Molester Elf arc.
It is at best D+.
It is like the worst arc in all of Sword Art Online, and they should have just made all of season 1 the Alpine arc. Wait, not Alpine, because that's the second arc. Fuck, the Ironclad arc.
They just made it Ironclad, yeah.
Because like Ironclad is such an interesting premise.
Yeah, and speaking on that real quick, I'm so glad they're gonna make SAO progressive and anime.
Oh, like that's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be so good because
what I really rewrites some things. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it retcons like a little bit, I think.
Because but Kirito isn't an airhead or isn't as much of like an edgy teen in progressive.
Yeah, he's like an actual human person.
Yeah, and he's more friendly with Asuna for like most of the show, like most of the manga run.
Yeah.
He's never in a situation where I'm like, I'm gonna be alone forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be interested.
Something else with like SAO is progressing away from Ironclad, because that was probably the best arc as such.
Yeah.
Then Alphane was pretty bad. GGO is underappreciated. It's actually such a good arc. I love it.
I don't mind it, but I can see why people don't necessarily like it. Like, for example, Xenon is like up there for best girl material.
Yeah, Xenon, in my opinion, right? So in Ironclad, Liz and like Celia, the little chick, they like Kirito for no fucking reason. Get him out of here.
Liz has some reason, but Silica just has no fucking reason.
What do you mean? Asuna's best girl.
No, Asuna is best girl.
Asuna is best girl, but like in my eyes, if SAO wanted to do the play and try and mix up the best girls, it's between Xenon, Asuna, and Alice.
They won't mix it up though, because Kirito is married to Asuna.
Yeah, but like thinking about it, right? Maybe Reki Karahawa goes off the fucking rails.
He just gets drunk one day and writes the whole book.
Yeah, he gets drunk one day and like has some weird fantasy. If they mix it up, you literally yeet everyone in the entire show except for Xenon, Alice, and Asuna. They could have a really good three-way battle. I'll be saying.
Three-way battle?
Okay. This just sounds like the plot to a hentai.
Three-way battle?
This sounds like I would watch it. This sounds like a plot to a hentai.
A hentai of a tournament arc.
Like,
yes.
Like I've read enough about like plots to hentai. This sounds like a hentai.
Yeah.
Oh,
but anyway,
a hentai.
Moving away from that whole conversation. SAO, it's there are so many words I want to say that I just can't say about it in terms of my brain cannot fathom what I want.
It's good for the anime community because it got like a fuck ton of people into anime.
Yeah. I don't know why it's good, but it is, and I wish I didn't like it, but I do. I wish I didn't like it, but I do.
I enjoy it. It's like some of the enjoyment is just being like, this is kind of shitty, and some of it is like the spectacle because it is.
That's how I feel about Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail fucking drags on, man.
It was cool at the first 100 episodes.
Are we gonna talk about Fairy Tail? Or are we gonna?
We can save that for another time. We can talk about. We can have an entire segment about really long shonens from the like pre-210s that didn't need to exist.
I can barely get through long shonens, man.
It's
that's why I don't want to watch one.
I contemplated rewatching Naruto for Boruto. That's another thing we can talk about later. I contemplated rewatching Naruto for Boruto, and then I remembered there's 600 fucking episodes.
But
Jesus Christ!
When are they gonna make an anime about Boruto?
When are they gonna make an anime about Boruto's dad?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Boruto's dad.
Boruto's dad needs an anime. And it needs to be called Boruto's dad, Shippuden.
Boruto's dad.
Boruto's dad is watching Walt.
Boruto's dad, Shippuden.
Yeah. So I hate that I like SAO, but I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I know an anime I hate. Later.
Do we want to get into the topic of anime we hate?
Yeah, we could contrast this with anime we hate.
Okay. Josh?
Do you might know a anime called Tokyo Ghoul?
This is a big one. Oh no!
Jesus Christ! I feel like this might be the rest of the fucking.
This is the end of the podcast. Actually, he's gonna be stoned in the streets.
I was.
It's just gonna be the rest of the podcast.
See, I'm stressed from this topic because I didn't watch it.
I was naive, and I watched the first season. Had a blast. Watched the next season. Was okay. Watched the third season. Couldn't be fucked finishing it. Then I went and read the manga and realized the anime has nothing to do with the manga.
Isn't like contrasting the anime to the manga just not a fair fucking fight?
Yeah, the manga is so much better.
The manga is
it's ridiculous. Lachlan, have you watched it?
I was going to watch it, and I watched a bit of it on Netflix, but it was like
let me explain how it's so different.
Because this is the rest of the podcast, I reckon.
There's a part I think in season 2.
There is something at the end that I want to talk about.
Okay, there's a part in season 2, I think, where he goes off to like. This is the anime. He goes off to like for some reason join the guys who just kidnapped him and fucking made him edgy.
Aren't you meaning
and tortured the shit out?
The second arc to season 1?
Yeah, he becomes an edgelord and he goes to the people who tortured him.
Yeah,
but in the manga, he becomes like a vigilante who fights against those people.
What?
Like he teams up with the guy who and Toka's brother, and they go just wreck shit for like the entire manga.
What the fuck?
But for some reason in the anime, he's bastards. It's fine.
What the fuck?
Man,
you know, I've heard like it's a mess of a story in the anime.
Yeah,
because didn't they go to like Tokyo Ghoul to Tokyo Ghoul Re?
Yeah, it was Tokyo Ghoul the first one. No, wait, it's Tokyo Ghoul Route A, and then Tokyo Ghoul Re, something dumb like that.
I'm pretty sure it's like Tokyo Ghoul and then Tokyo Ghoul Re.
Yeah.
But, like, isn't Tokyo Ghoul Re like the secondary like series?
Yeah. When he gets like
manga line.
Do people care about spoilers? Are people going to care about?
If we want to talk about spoilers, I'll put the spoiler.
Oh, I'm talking about spoilers either way.
Well, actually, yeah, we did. Fuck it. I'm just gonna put the fucking spoiler thing back on.
Sorry if you don't like spoilers. Re is dog shit.
Oh my fucking god.
The whole Heisei bullshit, I fucking hate it. Like, I came here to watch Kaneki get his ass whooped and then eat somebody. You come here for some memory loss bullshit.
Yeah, that's not explained. Because I haven't read a lot of the manga, but
he got stabbed in the face. Manga? He got stabbed in the face. That's how he lost his memory.
But that's not explained in the anime, is it?
Nah. He does that iconic walking down the street scene with his friend.
Yeah. What I have.
He's alive, by the way. He's alive, by the way. Just say.
Didn't he fucking eat him?
Yeah, he ripped off his jaw. He was like, "I'm."
Like, what the fuck is Tokyo Ghoul the anime?
Like, every arc, Kaneki needs to have his breakdowns. There needs to be a Kaneki moment where his life just gets worse.
That time my life turned upside down. Like
that time where someone tries to clone him. Fucking, like that time he becomes dragon. What? Like that time he becomes God and still loses almost.
What?
Like that time he has 2 children. Oh yeah. I'm just telling you everything because I don't want people.
Well, we're in the spoiler territory.
Yeah, I'm just like shitting on it because I was honestly convinced that this show was good until I read the anime, the
manga. Oh yeah, this is a good show. Oh wait, no, the manga.
Yeah, I don't talk about this show saying I like
perfectly into like the anime only, and then like the people who read the manga and see onto the anime.
Yeah.
Being like the anime watchers who are like,
this isn't even one of those instances where it's like, oh yeah, it gets better in the manga. No, the manga is just better.
It's just a situation where it's like, just read the manga.
Just read the manga.
The anime doesn't exist. Just forget about it.
It's like the third Shrek movie.
Like, there's this scene where there's in this underground, like, stadium area where they're, like, the auctioning off people to get nommed on.
Is this...
Like, in the manga, you get to see other people, not just Kaneki. And it's pretty cool.
That was around the time I started watching it.
Yeah. It's the scene where he goes in to get a guy with big knife.
Then doesn't he like that same character want to like have Kaneki eating somebody and then him eating Kaneki?
Yeah. He wants to get Kaneki super hungry so he can eat Kaneki.
Yeah, no, it's like I want you to eat somebody as I eat you, and it'll be so delicious.
That's just some sort of weird porn.
Yeah, it's like Vor times 2.
Kinky shit.
It's like Vor times 2. And the worst thing that happened in Re, they tried to add in another love interest character that isn't talking. Who the fuck? There's like this green-haired bitch.
Oh god.
He fucking goes insane for not getting Kaneki's wiener.
Interesting.
Kaneki's like, oh, I was a girl all along. He's like,
of course, that's just how it happens.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Wasn't this in like the era of really censored anime? Like,
I guess.
No, it was like in the era of anime where like if it's censored, it's like horribly censored.
No.
Anime got censored after like 1999.
So I'll put in chat an image of it, of like one of the censored scenes.
Shall I describe the stages of grief for Kaneki while I'm here?
Yeah, go on.
Running, and running.
No, that's Toka. You got the wrong character.
Oh, my bad. Wrong meme.
Running in the 90s.
At the very beginning, there's Kaneki, bit of abused child. Don't worry about it. He reads books.
Okay.
Stage 2 Kaneki, he wants me. Don't worry about it. Stage 3 Kaneki, he's okay with me. Stage 4 Kaneki, he murders everybody.
Fair enough.
Stage 5 Kaneki, he enjoys it.
So
I see.
Here's an example
I got it wrong. Stage 4 is after he gets tortured, so his hair goes white. I forgot.
I see the censoring there. That's okay.
No, but like the censoring, when you're watching the censored version, which Netflix has, it makes it like
there's like black bars and like it goes blue.
It's black bars, or it like inverts it, and it's really distracting.
But the only good thing about fucking Tokyo Ghoul is when he gets to like the Black Reaper Kaneki and he fucks shit up. He like destroys this big ghoul bitch in like 2 shots.
Yeah.
He fucking becomes like this little bitch, just get morphed into like Kirito, so it becomes this OP god. That's like the only thing I could think.
Fair enough.
And then the rest of the plot happens.
Right.
And that's like it. But the ending, I don't really like it. And there's no other best girl. Tokyo, there's no like. You don't even get a chance. Okay, I'm done with Tokyo Ghoul. You can now shit on it even more.
So are we done with the topic of Tokyo Ghoul? Are we officially done with it?
I'll take that as a yes, I think.
Okay.
I can keep cheating on it if you want.
Oh no, because it's like I'll take away the spoiler tag. Now if we're done with it.
What shall we shit on next?
Yeah. Okay, it's no longer spoilers.
All right. So how long has it been going? What, 2 hours?
It's around like the 2-hour mark, or like we're going past it.
Okay, so we'll probably finish off with this question here, and it'll provide not debate as such, but thought in the comments, because I all know I actually haven't asked Josh recently, I don't think, but I was talking with Lachlan the other day. We have different reasons for the answers to this. So the age-old question I'd like to present you with is subbed or dubbed?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Josh first thing is at the top.
I can give some examples where the sub is a lot better, and some examples when the dub is, like, not a question, the best.
Yeah.
I agree. I can do the same.
Like, for example, JoJo. I recommend sub. I recommend sub. Just because if you watch the memes and shit, it just sounds weird if you have English voice.
I'm gonna be interested because I watch most of my anime dubbed.
Sub for JoJo, don't worry about it. And then there's I forgot what the anime is called. Like something about this guy gets this fucking what's it called? Something gal anime.
My Girlfriend is a Gal has like the best. It's like you need to watch it dubbed.
You have to watch dub.
I watched that semi-recently. I watched the sub for about 45 minutes and just like, nah.
No, you need to watch. If you're gonna watch it, you need to watch it dubbed.
Yeah.
Watch that dub. So, for example, like the main girl in that series, she talks like, "Oh my god,
yeah.
Did you see him right now?"
I mean, the point of her character is she's supposed to be like an American Japanese person.
So, yeah,
it makes sense.
Great.
That she's like a white cracker.
The main character's friends are the best part, in my opinion.
It's so
like, I can quickly summarize their characters, but it's better for you to find out.
It's better for you to find out.
Yeah. Oh, and there's another one I saw from like I think it was Ghost Stories. Yeah, I think it was Ghost Stories, where they just gave up trying to dub the bloody anime. They just did whatever.
Oh god.
That's where the ghost meme with rabbit and shit is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where the rabbit's just going, touch me more.
Epic anime fight scene subtitle. That's a good one. I like that. Alright, so I completely agree. Some things, it is a minority, but some shows I must watch dubbed, while a majority of other things, I have recently come to realize subbed is just better. So SAO is one that I watched dubbed because I watched it dubbed. It's not even that bad of a dub. It's fine. So a show that I really like, and I don't know why, is Masamune-kun's Revenge. That's a really obscure anime.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's probably watched it.
I haven't heard of it.
But I watched that. I watched that subbed a little bit, and I'm just like, now I'll go to the dub because I prefer it. Now I can explain why I prefer like dub in general, like why I would want to prefer dub, but that's irrelevant. I watched it in dub, and I'm just like, this is so much better. While I was watching just some random like slice of life show the other day in dub, and I'm just like, this is shit. I'm going to the sub, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I definitely feel like there are some subtitles that sound better.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the only reason why.
Yeah. It just sounds more fluid.
But with like comedies, I feel like you need to listen to it in the language you can speak or you're fluent in.
Because you said this the other day, reading jokes isn't funny.
Like, for example, memes we just saw with the subtitle meme is funny. But sometimes it's like with a comedy series, it's probably better to hear it in your own language.
But then there's like English.
Yeah, but for example, Konosuba.
The existence of English is so good.
Konosuba is something that I could not watch sub. It has to be dubbed.
I watched
I'm
it
waiting
sub.
for like season, what is it, 2 to be dubbed.
I think season 2 is subbed. Not subbed, I mean dubbed at the moment.
Yeah, because season 1 and 2 is fine, and then they made a movie, and then we're making season 3. Yes, my bad.
I think it's season 3 that we're waiting on the dub now.
Yeah, it's season 3 we're waiting for the dub.
But English though.
Yeah.
But that's a JoJo's thing with the whole like, oh, am I good at this?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm so cool.
There's that one scene from what is it, Steins Gate?
Yeah.
Where the guy's like trying to speak
English. Have you
English.
seen the comparison of that between subbed and dubbed?
No,
so,
I need to see that.
So
at some point,
it's subbed is like, I am a mad scientist.
I'm so cool.
But if I watch it dubbed, it's just the guy being like, I'm a mad scientist.
So Rex it.
Like, it's kind of funny, but it doesn't have that same like humor. But it
doesn't have the same like.
It's really funny is because it's a foreigner talking to another foreigner.
Exactly.
I still need to watch Steins Gate.
Oh, same.
So I've heard Steins Gate's really good. I just can't bring myself to watch it. Okay, that's another thing we can talk about real quick.
Banana in microwave?
What animes have you always known you've wanted to watch, but have never just gone on it?
Hold on. Can I just talk about one more thing before we move on from the subbed and dubbed?
Yeah.
My Hero Academia, subbed or dubbed?
A sub. Easy.
Okay, there's one scene where I'm gonna be like, no, you're wrong.
Is this the United States of
No,
Smash?
it's not the United States of Smash because it's beautiful no matter what, subbed or dubbed.
Fair enough.
Okay, so this is a scene from season 2 of My Hero Academia.
This is where he gets punched in the nuts.
So this is an exchange between Todoroki and Deku.
Yeah.
And in the subs, it's because like Todoroki won't use his power, and so Deku's trying to make him use his power. And so in the subtitles, it says, "It's your power, isn't it?" And the same is fucking in the manga. And then, just in the dub, they go big brain, and it's just Deku being like, "It's your quirk, not his." Which, like, it perfectly describes the situation that Todoroki is going in.
But am I going to watch the entire anime dub for that one line change?
No, but this is my example of why, like, dubbed can be better.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Because, for example, like, the reason why Todoroki isn't using his fire side is because of his father. Because he's like, fuck you, daddy.
He has daddy issues.
He does. But he's like, fuck you, dad. You're a horrible human being. I don't want to use your power because that's like accepting you. And then Deku's like, but it's your own power. When like the manga and the fucking subtitles is just like, it's your power, isn't it?
Like, it makes sense.
It doesn't, because it's a half-ass line. There's more impact when it's like, it's your power.
Isn't he like
It's your power.
screaming it out?
What do you mean?
Anime? Isn't he like full on beaten up trying to yell at the guy about it?
Yeah, but saying it's like, it's your power, isn't it? Isn't it as impactful?
I guess I understand what you're trying to say.
Okay, that's all I wanted to... That's like my main point that I wanted to talk about.
What was the question for the next one?
So the last question I have for today, I think, because it's getting sort of early, I guess you could say. I do have a second one, but we can save that for another time. Is what anime instantly come to your mind that you've wanted to watch but you've just never gotten around to?
Oh, I got this.
Yeah.
Me? This is me for JoJo. I've been wanting to watch JoJo for... I'm watching it. I'm like nearly done. But I've put it off for so long. And I've just been really wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
It's been like years of me putting...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finally am, which is good.
Welcome.
For me, that would have to be Evangelion.
It is a classic. Everyone needs to watch it at some point.
Because like I've even gone anime my way to try to track down a physical copy of it because I want to watch it with the original dub instead of Netflix's dub because I don't think it's as good.
Netflix's anus pie, anus fucking cream.
Because like the Netflix dub, like there are some talented voice actors in it, but I feel like it needs that like not that good voice acting for it.
Yeah.
It's just a part of the charm of it, I feel like.
I think also watching Evangelion in anything other than the original is a bit of a, like, how to say, like, not self-sacrifice, but you're just cheating yourself if you watch it in anything other than the original.
Well, you still watch the original, you just watch it redubbed, so it sounds better.
Yeah, I guess.
But, like, they have to take out some things. Like, the Fly Me to the Moon and any, like, jazz music has just been taken out.
Because they don't have the rights to it, yeah.
But they only have the rights for it in Japan.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, if you have a VPN, you can watch Evangelion with all the music intact.
That's interesting.
Oh, I just thought of a topic for another podcast.
Oh, God. Say it now so we know.
Oh, it's like changes from anime in Japan to anime in like America and shit.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good like research piece. Yeah.
Yeah. For another time, man.
For another time. I could do like a full-on half an hour.
We'll have to make like a document that just has a whole bunch of future topics and try and
put
the
I might put that as a channel in the
that's what.
Yeah, I suggested that way earlier. But
what's your anime that you need to watch?
So the thing that I've been meaning to watch for a while, there are probably a few that I could think about, but the one that comes to my mind is A Certain Scientific Index and Railgun.
Oh, that one.
What the fuck?
I watch like anime clips of them. That's another topic, by the way. I find most of my anime through like anime clips on YouTube. I've been watching clips of them for like weeks.
Sorry, what is the name of this anime?
So it's A Certain Scientific Index, and then there's a second series, which is A Certain Scientific...
And there's also a spin-off, which is...
Yeah, there is a spin-off as well.
Yeah.
But basically, I watch people, like, talk about them and stuff, and it's like, this world is really cool. Why don't I watch the anime? And I just don't.
I don't know. I've seen a trailer for this once.
Yeah. So the chick on the left in that, she can harness electricity, and it's called A Certain Scientific Railgun because
she uses it as a railgun.
Oh wait, is this an anime where it's like they use science to explain the magic?
Yes, that's another really cool thing because they use some sort of science to actually explain the magic.
I think I heard this from like my teacher at my course or something.
Yeah.
Or I might have heard it from like
as well.
It's a really cool world and like idea, and for some reason I just haven't watched it. I really want to.
I really should as well.
Well, I guess we've all just added a new anime to our watch list.
I guess that's what we're doing.
When I finish JoJo.
I feel like we're just gonna have like a podcast episode where it's being like, so we watched a certain magical index.
Yeah, so we watched Index and Railgun. This is what happened.
After JoJo.
After JoJo.
After JoJo.
I need to watch JoJo's as well. That's another anime that I need.
I'm up to like halfway of part 4.
I've started watching Fire Force recently.
Oh, Fire Force? I'm not a fan of
that because that's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's for another topic because I've got a bit to say about it. But I also want to talk more about it once I've fully finished season 1 or like the first part to season 1.
There's another season coming out soon.
No, it's already airing.
Oh, of course it is.
I could probably watch that with you because it didn't interest me when I first looked at it, but it's got the same sort of ideas that I wouldn't mind.
The first opening is so fucking good.
It is. I have it on.
And then they dropped the ball with the second opening. It was shit.
They tend to do that normally.
Yeah. Anime music could be another topic.
Fuck yeah. So I need to make a channel and we just put a bunch of ideas.
We need to write everything down.
Yeah.
This is going to be more than just one podcast.
I might have to show up again because I want to talk.
We're gonna have multiple podcasts, like the 2 a.m. podcast and the 3 a.m. podcast.
We're gonna have to just show up again.
We're gonna start shooting the 4 a.m. podcast right now.
People are gonna wonder when I finally don't.
Back podcasts.
What was that?
Back to back podcast filming. One starting at 2, one starting at 4.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Those 2 hours each. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It just gets worse.
Yeah.
We start running out of ideas.
We don't just start running out of ideas, but we start.
I end up just doing a 2-hour session shitting on Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
We start running out of brain power, and we start talking like Neanderthals.
Yeah. It's gonna be even worse when one day one of us shows up. It's just like, look what I got. I got some alcohol to make the hours fly past.
Oh, one day.
God, that's gonna be an episode, man. I feel like that's one we're gonna have to watch before we upload it.
Oh yeah, just in case we don't ruin ourselves.
You might have to edit that one.
Because I'm watching this. I'm gonna upload this one like straight after we finish recording.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe check. Maybe give it a good old.
No, because I don't think we said anything that time.
Okay.
I think I only said cunt once.
We only said like we mentioned politics once and it wasn't that much.
Yeah, it was a quick my observations on the Liberal government and then explaining the MBN. That was all it was.
Just stop saying that word, man. We need to never say that word again on this podcast.
I said my observations.
Yeah. But we don't want this podcast becoming political, especially if we're going to get really tired in some episodes.
Oh yeah. Oh, there are going to be entire segments one day that we're just gonna have to cut.
I think the Tokyo Ghoul moment just woke me up.
your burning hatred for Tokyo Ghoul.
Like, I don't know if I was even saying correct stuff because it's been a while, but like, I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Did I mention how much I hate it?
It'll be fine. Alright, Lachlan, take us away.
So I guess that's the end of the podcast.
Free me.
Thanks everybody for watching. Did anybody watch? I fucking doubt it. It's probably like the 2 people that were like. It was probably just Daniel and Josh just watching this episode again.
I'll be your number 1 fan.
The number 1 fan for the
You'll be
1 AM podcast. Depending on how people receive it, I might make its own channel, or I might just make one. I don't know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned to whenever the fuck we record the next one. I might record one fucking tomorrow and just release it next week.
Oh, I gotta stay awake for that one.
I don't know. We might not cover the topics that we were talking about in this episode because I might have somebody else on, or it might be the same people again. I don't fucking know, man. It's new. Hopefully this turns into a good podcast because I feel like it could be interesting.
Yeah.
Especially since there's no like things to hold us down for topics. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did watch it and you think there's something that could improve it, please tell us down below. And I guess I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed.
See ya.
Bye.
But